So we just did a video. Well, I just did a video where I reacted to a video titled VR Chat Dating is the Worst. And in that video, I likened VR chat to something similar. I said something similar to VR chat was VTubers, that kind of thing. They said, to me, they're similar. I don't know about you, but to me, they're similar. But I figured since I just mentioned VTubers in that last video, I figured in this video we can go ahead and react to some VTuber drama or some VTuber-ish that happened recently over at Twitchcon 2024, because apparently TwitchCon 2024's VTuber drug party was a disaster. So real quick, first off, I thought VTubers did VTubing because they just didn't want to show their face and they didn't want people to know who they were. But I guess, the VTubers are okay with other VTubers knowing who they are or something. And they're even more okay with going out and having a drug party. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's check it out. This, as always, this is by the YouTube channel Mujin. And as always, link to the video and link to the channel will both be in the description below. Be sure to check them out. Let's get it.
TwitchCon is the biggest streamer convention held yearly. It's also ridiculously expensive, but guys,
Holy
don't
crap.
worry, it's worth it. I mean, you get to meet your role models, your idol.
This picture did not age well. A doc with a child. Woo!
The people you look up to, your favorite streamers. But if you happen to go as the streamer, it's even better because you're getting to meet up with your wonderful fans and your coworkers.
Is it free?
You also get to be directly harassed on stream by someone trying to get some clout. Yes, this popular streamer is getting his nipple kissed without his consent. That's right, TwitchCon everybody, make sure to come next year. Yeah, there was a lot of harassment this year. It was a disaster, guys. It was...
The amount of clips I've seen on Kick streamers harassing people at TwitchCon is insane. I feel like the main thing stopping that platform from succeeding are some of people on it, and that is why I have stopped streaming on Kick, because really it's slowly become, maybe not slowly, but quickly become known as a streaming platform for degenerates, and where people who are probably banned on Twitch can't stream. And it's just got a bad rep. So I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove myself from, streaming on Kick, even though it didn't take me very long to actually reach like the affiliated and monetization requirements for Twitch. For Kick, I could actually have people subscribing to my channel and shit. But it's not worth it. It's not. But anyway, oops.
So many streamers got harassed. People ran after them, trying to make their own content. It was really pathetic. But ignore all that, it's just noise. As we know, the convention itself is nothing more than an excuse to just go to San Diego with all your fellow streamers and party like there's no tomorrow. This isn't just exclusive to...
I'm surprised people even go to the TwitchCon, like just use it as an excuse and then go party instead.
TwitchCon. Every convention kind of works that way. As a streamer, the real way to grow your network, meet new friends, and create new business opportunities doesn't happen in the convention itself, it happens behind closed doors in the parties or hotel rooms, but we're not here to talk about that.
Bruh, I remember hearing about that.
Doors in the parties or hotel rooms.
Yeah, this guy, his wife cheated on him with her GTA 5 RP or GTA RP partner. The GTA RP partner was another streamer who was also married. So two streamers that are married are role playing in a game where they're boyfriend and girl in a GTA game where they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Those two streamers meet each other in real life at TwitchCon and cheat on their husband and wife. That's a bit. Whoo! I mean, to be honest, your wife or your husband having a girlfriend or a boyfriend as a role play in the game as a role play partner, or in GTA 5 role play or GTA role play, that's a red flag to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you role play with somebody for as their boyfriend or as their girlfriend for a long amount of time and not develop some type of feelings for them? You can say it's their fake feelings or it's just role play, we're just pretending, but those feelings are real. Like whether you know this or not. That's a red flag, bro. Red flag.
But we're not here to talk about that. There are so many parties and mixers and lunches and dinners. It's ridiculous. Damn. But now imagine being a smaller streamer and getting access to a party that is highly exclusive, with top DJ performers and an RSVP list that is checked on a case-by-case basis to see whether you're famous enough to attend, and you somehow get approved. You'll meet large creators, successful creators, creators that you might be a mega fan of. This is a dream come true, and I'm sure you'd be expecting the party of a lifetime. You surely wouldn't be expecting someone to spike your drink with a very powerful drug when you're not looking. To the point.
Hey. If I ever, first off, I may never go to a TwitchCon party just because of how introverted I am. Secondly, I may go to a TwitchCon party just because how introverted I am and how it might be time for me to actually, I might have enough social energy stored up to actually attend one of those events like TwitchCon or a party in general. Thirdly, if I go to a party at TwitchCon or that's hosted by someone whatever. If I go to a party, people better not Diddy me. You know what I'm saying? You better not do me like Diddy would do people that went to his parties. This ain't no Diddy party. Like, don't Diddy me. You know what I'm saying? Don't spike my shit and hand me a glass. Don't Diddy me. Nah, bro, chill out with that.
Point where you can't even move your lips at some point because your entire body is limp. You also wouldn't be expecting the fire marshals to show up because somehow this exclusive party with very limited space got overcrowded. And finally, you also wouldn't be expecting the party organizer to find your post on Twitter complaining about this and double down while being extremely defensive and making a complete clown out of himself.
Yeah.
These things actually happened. It's a catastrophe.
The fire department too.
Let's talk about it.
And somebody was drugged and went limp, and even the fire department showed up, and the person who threw the party tried to double down and defend themselves, I'm guessing. Oh my god, bro.
As I mentioned, when it comes to conventions, it's really just all about the parties happening around it. But when you go to a convention as a VTuber, it's not really as straightforward as a normal streamer going there.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons why they are VTubers in the first place is for anonymity. They want to keep their real identity secret.
Okay.
So they'll either go there virtually, meeting up their fans through a screen, or they'll go physically, but make sure to wear a mask or a cap or sunglasses or something to stay incognito, and only take off these things with people they trust, with friends who understand their situation. This is why they can't just go to any party at TwitchCon, right? Because not all of them understand their precarious situation of having to stay anonymous. People could be streaming there, taking pictures, whatever. They have to go to a party that understands privacy. That's where this highly exclusive party came in, called the After Party Blurp X Meld. It was hosted on Thursday, September 19th from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Okay. It was a private event. You would have to register on this website and hope that they approve you because they would look at everyone from a case-by-case basis. And yes, the amount of followers you had and the amount of viewers you would get played a big role in whether you would get accepted or not. There were exceptions, of course, just like any party, but you definitely had to be a Twitch partner minimum. Because let's see the description. It says, the TwitchCon Partner After Party, come hang with some of the top creators and brands in the industry.
Okay.
Enjoy music with Twitch's top DJ creators in the main lobby or relax on the rooftop terrace to network and meet other creators and brands. And then they add, we have zero tolerance for physical, verbal, or sexual harassment. This includes non-consensual touching, violence, discriminatory language, or any behaviors that have a negative impact on the experience or the physical safety of other guests.
But it sounds like somebody was still able to drug other people. people, and shit went crazy.
If a problem or concern arises, guests are encouraged to locate a staff member for assistance. While on the dance floor, we encourage guests to keep conversations to a minimum and phones in their pockets. Just keep this paragraph in mind because it'll be even funnier later, okay? So from the rules, it says 21 plus must show ID at the door. No streaming inside the venue. This is a very important thing for VTubers who want to stay anonymous and not get caught in someone's stream. And +1s are allowed but must have their own accepted RSVP as well. Which should be a good thing because it means that no one random is going to be showing up as a +1 either. Everyone is going to be vetted manually.
Right.
Keep all of this in mind for later.
Okay.
So this is hosted by Blurp and Melt Studio. Melt Studio is nothing more than the sponsor Blurp was partnering with, but this is really Blurp's party. This wasn't really the first time Blurp had made a TwitchCon type party. He had made 2 last year during TwitchCon 2023 in Las Vegas, and they were big successes as far as I can tell. The first one being a masquerade event, and the second one being a paid VIP party. So Blurp is someone with an established reputation. This is why people had high expectations and so many high-profile VTubers went there.
Right, people could knowingly trust that their identities would be kept secret. The people attending the party would be vetted out thoroughly and manually, and everything should be trustworthy. Everything should be set good. There should be no issues. So what went wrong?
Fortunately, ended in complete disaster.
Okay.
Now, this all started when Hades, a VTuber from the Mythos agency, made one tweet saying, "I think I was drugged at the bar." She then clarified with this tweet saying, "An update. I am awake now. We don't know what actually happened to me last night other than I just wasn't okay. I was in no state to go to the hospital as I don't have insurance, and so I did not receive any tests to see if I had something in my system. We only suspect my drink may have been spiked due to how sick and horrible and drunk I felt after only 2 drinks even 3 to 4 hours out from leaving the bar. I felt very wrong and overall not okay. I was in a terrible headspace and honestly should not have been tweeting, and I apologize for anyone I may have worried. Thankfully, my friends took care of me, so I am safe no matter what caused me to feel that way." So this probably happened in a bar around downtown, not too far from where TwitchCon was being held, and it's a very unfortunate reality. This is why you have to keep your eye on your drink at all times, and even then, it's not enough sometimes.
Right, keep your eye on your drink. When you put your drink down, put a napkin over it. Don't let anybody hand you a drink that you didn't see get poured. Things like that. You gotta trust no one. Trust no one. In this world of 2024 in America, in the Western states, it is nice to have all the trust issues that I have.
That's why you're meant to be with friends, and that's exactly what Hades had done. She was with a bunch of different VTubers from Mythos, and they were able to get her out of there safely. And thankfully, nothing crazy had happened. But then, all of a sudden, Imuki, a different VTuber, quote tweeted that update from Hades and said this: "I was also roofied last night at a VIP party. I'm safe and okay, had a wonderful group of friends to help me. Stay safe, gamers, and cover your drinks." Now, all of a sudden, this isn't just some random bar, this is a VIP party. So as many people were wondering what the hell had happened exactly, Imuki adds this: "I've been roofied before, so I knew the signs. I couldn't move my entire body for a good 40 minutes.
Holy shit.
Thankful for the friends I have, but genuinely fuck Blurp for having drink covers and not giving them out. I'll talk about it when I get home."
Wait. Blurp had drink covers, but didn't give them out? So that would make anybody think that, that would make me think that Blurp was in on whatever was going down. Like, they built this reputation of, you can trust us, we're going to have a safe, cool, clean party, and with trustworthy people and trustworthy actions. You can trust us. It's okay. You can, hey bro, trust me, dude. But it seems like, and somebody was able to, like, I wouldn't say manipulate Blurp, or like maybe slide them some money or something like that, and just be like, okay, this one, don't let this party be as safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to slip a couple of things. I'm trying to slip a couple things and a couple of drinks and do a little thing with people that can't move their body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like that. Now, I may be wrong, but if you guys have drink cover, if Blurb had drink covers and didn't hand them out, that just it's a little off to me.
Home more, but I'm just shaken up and pissed my friends had to carry my limp body back to the Airbnb when we just wanted to have a nice party. Do better, Blurb. So first off, really unfortunate that you got roofied before and know exactly how it feels. And second off, she was
also, you got roofied before and know how it feels. And you went back and you still was like, you didn't build up some type of wall defense, cover your own glass. Like, you were still able to get roofied a second time? Maybe you should like host your own parties and make sure people, and just make sure like you have, it's only just you and your friends are just chilling and drinking. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. I don't know.
Directly saying that this was Blurb's fault for not handing out drink covers when they were already present at the party. Not only is this a massive accusation, but we also confirmed she was talking about the highly exclusive after party hosted by Blurb. Things were getting serious now. A couple days later, after Mookie went back home and had time to process, she finally posts her statement. Here's what it had to say. My statement about being roofied at the 2024 Friday TwitchCon Blurb VIP party, trigger warning.
All right,
to start with, this was mostly a VTuber party full of larger creators who were not wearing their usual facial disguises and coverings, meaning we all thought it was a safe space to vibe and meet other creators. And it was, for a little. About 2 hours into it, the party started getting a bit more crowded, and I remember thinking I didn't see this many people on the guest list we all registered for. In other words, the security to a VIP party was shit. One of my close friends noticed their water tasted funny and only took a few sips but started feeling off, which I knew was most likely a low-grade roofie. While waiting for their Uber with them, I notified the security guard, who yelled at us for taking up the walkway, shaking my head, that she was most likely roofied. Shortly after she was picked up, it hit me hard. Now for context, I have been roofied before, so I know how it feels, but this was something much more severe. Once I started feeling heavy and unable to read well, I immediately ran to the bartenders, who I befriended, to let them know I'd been roofied and to take precautions. I was informed at that point that they had drink covers and were not handing them out. My friends, thank God they were there, had to carry my limp, hyperventilating body out of the party, which was soon blocked off by the fire marshals for overcrowding. For about 2 hours after that, I could only move my mouth, mumbling, and my eyelids. My point in this is that it was a VIP party with major creators there who felt it was a safe environment to demask. They had drink covers and did nothing, and security was shit and started letting God knows who in after a few hours. They had a responsibility to take care of us and did not. My con was ruined and I spent the rest of it shaken up and scared to drink anything but water. Do better, Blurb. So this wasn't just a roofie, this was one hell of a drug.
And obviously she's not the only victim, because, you know, it looks like obviously a bunch of people were victims. Her friend was one of the victims, and security was just so relaxed or paid off. I don't know. I'm just saying. But security was so shit, so trash, that they let other people in there that weren't. It seems like they let other people in there that weren't even on the list, and they weren't even. This was supposed to be a safe space for VTubers to go mask off and to, you know, not worry about anybody revealing their identity, because that is one of the pros of being a VTuber. Your animosity, your identity is kept hidden, kept secret. But all of that went out the window because the security was trash. Now, can we say that Blurb hired trash security, or did like can we completely blame this on Blurb? For the most part, yes. But they hired security, but the security was so shit. So was the security? Is this mostly the security themselves' fault, or is it Blurb's fault for not hiring better security or more security? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Something way stronger than the usual. And I think regardless of your gender in this situation, I'm sure you can imagine.
And how did these drugs get in? I guess they weren't patting people down, obviously. But I'm wondering if they'll ever find the person who was doing the roofie-ing.
Imagine how scary it is to only be able to move your eyelids and your lips barely, while the rest of your body stays limp. This is horrible, a complete horror story. But we were only left with more questions. How does a VIP party go so out of control so quickly? What were the fire marshals here for? Well, Blurp felt the need to reply to this post because it went viral. Here's what he had to say. Hey, Emuli, great start. Already missed it went.
Let's see. 153 comments, 878 retweets, 6,400 likes, 1,000 bookmarks.
Viral. Here's what he had to say. Hey, Emuli, great start. Already misspelling her name.
Oh,
This
boy.
is the second case we've heard of someone that got their drink spiked, and we're so upset that happened to you and so glad you're recovering okay. Unfortunately, we did not have any drink covers for the party, nor did we communicate that we will have any, but at future parties we will be sure to provide them.
Wait.
Please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you through.
Wait, didn't the bartenders say that they had drink covers but they weren't handing them out? First off, if the bartenders themselves had drink covers, why weren't they handing themselves out? Were they told not to hand them out? Or were they just, the bartenders were just being shitty bartenders and not handing out drink covers as well? And then Blurp is coming through saying, we didn't have any drink covers. I'm gonna trust the bartenders because they're the ones that, they knew that they said they had drink covers and they just weren't handing them out. Blurp, I don't know why they would try to be like, I guess they're saying we didn't have drink covers just simply because they want to save face in this turmoil. But I'm gonna trust the bartenders and believe that they had them, but I still want to know why they weren't handing them out. Was it just their mistake? Was it just they were being too lax and just weren't handing them out for whatever reason? Or were they told not to hand them out?
This. Then Imuki replied. She said, first, it's Imuki. I'm not okay, and even without the drink covers, it was your responsibility at a VIP invite-only party with several big names to make sure the only people allowed in were on the list. Drink covers or not, this is on you. Blurpy did not let this die here. No, he had to reply again, saying, sorry Imuki, it auto-corrected. Everyone that got in was manually approved by us and our sponsors.
How does it autocorrect to EMMULI or whatever? Emuli. How does it autocorrect to that? I'm seriously curious.
The venue capacity was 350 and we only let 325 on the roof, and at one point 15 had to wait for others to leave to get in. There were no +1s or otherwise that were allowed in without an invitation. We denied nearly 500 plus RSVPs for the event. There was security at check-in to get wristbands, security to get onto the elevators, and security to get onto the roof itself. We absolutely agree we should have had drink covers for all guests. As we stated in our direct message to you, we'd be happy to discuss options to make this right to you and any other guests that were affected. Now, I don't know about you, but this response does sound pretty damn passive-aggressive to me. And it's not the kind of reassuring statement you're meant to give to someone who just got roofied at one of your own parties. Oh yeah, we manually approved every guest on the list. We had security everywhere. Okay man, that's great. Now how did a bioweapon make it through your security so easily?
Right.
A drug that can knock every part of your body out for 2 hours or more. Good.
Well, they weren't patting people down, obviously. I mean, they had security to get the, where does it say? Let's see, there was security at the check-in to get wristbands, security to get elevators, and security to the roof itself. All right, but the security for the elevators and to get to the roof is probably just checking to see if you have a wristband. The security at the wristband is probably just checking to make sure you don't have any weapons on you. But I doubt they're checking for drugs.
Good to know that you
Or the security was just so shit that they didn't find any. They didn't bother finding any. They didn't bother, or they didn't check, or they just didn't find any. I don't know.
manually approved the person who did this coming into your party. Wonderful job. This only made him look like a clown. I mean, come on, what kind of response is that? There's also, of course, no mention of the fire marshals and the overcrowding incident, or the fact that she wasn't the only one who got roofied. Oh, and let's not forget how he ended his statement. We direct messaged you, we'd be happy to discuss it there. So in other words, we'd love for this to quiet down and isolate you so people stop talking about it.
I guess a better way for them to handle it would have been to take some kind of accountability. It's like, yeah, we messed up. We could have done better. We're sorry. Instead of being like everyone was manually approved. We turned down this many RSVPs. we were under capacity and we had security. So instead of saying some things like that, he could have said, we messed up, we're sorry, we'll do better next time, take some form of accountability, and then be like, we did do this and this, but I'm sure that we could have done more, and we'll make sure we do better next time. That probably would have been a better response, other than just like, hey, we had this, and this, and it's y'all's fault for getting drugged.
This is terrible. I mean, at this point, you're probably wondering, who the hell is Blurpy anyway? And he's just some dude who made this app called Blurp for streamers. It allows you to play sounds during a stream to interact with the streamer and use custom AI text-to-speech voices.
Oh, that's what that
Blurpy is pretending like everything is going just fine. Posting this on September 27th, asking, hey, who wants a follow? And the tweet before that being, great party, great TwitchCon, thank you all for coming. This post in particular has many replies angry and disappointed over what had happened in the party. And what's interesting is that you find Blurpy contradicting himself. For example, someone replied with, cultivating a community sounds wonderful. Will those communities be protected from getting roofied at rooftop parties, or maybe actually see the drink covers that were provided and never handed out? And Blurpy replies with this, saying, we've heard of only one case of streamer that may have had their drink spiked. Have you personally heard of any others? This is interesting because she had posted this 2 days before he had posted that reply, calling out Blurp, saying she got roofied. So it's either Blurpy doesn't really know how to count, or there are more and more people coming out with roofie stories than he can keep track of. Now, Falside also made a video on the situation and reached out to Redclaw, another VTuber that was at the party. He confirmed some pretty concerning details. Like, for example, security wouldn't look at the bags of anyone entering the party. And this doesn't surprise me one bit.
Okay,
how the QR codes you were given if your RSVP was accepted could be reused, so you could just send them to your friends and they could just reuse them infinitely. How the fire marshal actually did show up because the overcrowding became unbearable. And finally, how in last year's Las Vegas TwitchCon, there was a concerning group of people that would prowl around women and harass them, and now he had seen the same group at Blurp's party this year as well. Overall, this situation is a complete and utter disaster. Every measure of security during this event was clearly just there for show. But I think the worst thing here, other than the fact that Blurp doesn't really seem to care, is that we still have no idea who caused this.
Right,
this was a very exclusive VIP party full of top creators, most notably VTubers from Twitch. There was an entire RSVP list with a manual review process. Which one of these people snuck in with an extremely strong drug and got out without being caught? We don't know. And you sure as hell won't catch me drinking anything if I ever go to TwitchCon and hang out in a party. I don't know if Blurpy, whatever the hell his name is, ends up making a party in TwitchCon 2025, which will also be in San Diego, but I sure as hell hope that the security in that event will be more than just a decorative prop. Please stay safe out there, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Love you. Mwah.
So, like, oh man, how did that go so terribly wrong? Like, did they just not care? Like, obviously, again, I go back to the question, where is it 100% Blurpy's fault, or is it, like, he says he had, you know, security at the wristband area, security at the elevators, and security at the roof or whatever. Is it security's fault for not actually checking the bags of people that were going in? And obviously, you had the issue where some of the QR codes to get in were being reused over and over and over again. So other people that weren't on the VIP list could probably get in no problem. So that's probably Blurpy's fault for that part. But the actual getting in with said drugs and spiking people's drinks and stuff, that part is probably more on security. Like, maybe Blurpy hired the wrong people to do security, like maybe the wrong security team, he went to the wrong company for security for this party. So at least I at least want to say at least he got security, but I put on security's fault for not checking bags and things like that, because someone got through with some drugs that they were able to use to spike other people's drinks. This could have gone horribly wrong. So far, nobody has made it seems like nobody's made a tweet that they were, you know, raped or sexually assaulted or anything like that. So far, it seems like nobody has made a tweet like that. But imagine how far south this could have gone. This could have gone terribly bad. And shit. So for all we know, the person that could have made that, maybe there is somebody out there that could have made the tweet, but they're missing right now. I don't know. That's just like worst come to worst. But this could have gone so wrong. So if Blurpy does another thing, they need to make sure that they have security is tight. They have drink covers. They do everything in their power to make sure that this doesn't happen again, because their trust with the community is already shattered. If people are willing to pay to go to another party, then that's on them. Hopefully they become aware of what happened at this past VTuber party that Blurpy hosted. And if they're willing to trust Blurpy, hopefully they take care of themselves, and hopefully they look out for everything, for any type of wrongdoings that might be going on. But let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Like, is it more security's fault? Is it Blurpy's fault? Let me know what you think he could have done better. All the above. But as for now, as always, don't forget to check out Mujin. Link will be in the description below. Link to the channel and link to this video will both be in the description below. So be sure to check it out. And you know what it is after that. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.